Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. This is a 3-pile pick-a-pile reading for the Healing Energy Sessions. And what we want to know about today is about dealing with anxiety. Now, please do not live your life by the tarot. It is you who creates your own destiny. You're intelligent, handsome, or beautiful, and you are kind. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. Somebody may be enlightened by them. These readings, they may or may not resonate. To my subscribers, welcome back. And to any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. You are the backbone to this channel, and I greatly appreciate you. Now, in the background, you might hear some pops and things going off. Happens to be the 4th of July. Actually, 44 minutes away from the new full moon. But we are doing a 3-pile pick-a-pile reading, and we're wondering about dealing with anxiety. I do have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and make your choice. While you're making your choice, I do also want to add that I'm not here to give you all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I myself am looking for answers. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to trigger something within you to bring back some sort of memories or thoughts or feelings about yourself, about your life, and what's been going on. And hopefully this trigger will allow you to realize something, and that will promote you to do more research on more healing for yourself. So hopefully you've had enough time to choose your pile. Don't forget, at the end we will be calling for advice from the universe, from Buddha. We're also going to be looking for what to surrender and what we must learn in regards to lessons. Okay, with that being said, I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and I'm going to start with pile number 1. Pile number 1 is first. Okay, so here is pile number 1. We're wondering about dealing with anxiety. We're going to find out what your story is, and if it resonates, I'll say it at the end, right? So let's start out and find out about dealing with anxiety in your situation. We do have the horse. And the horse represents inner peace and freedom. Perhaps you feel locked away within yourself due to anxieties, unable to have that peace and freedom that you really want. Feeling as if you are possibly in a self-imposed prison, something that you're actually keeping there yourself due to high anxiety situations or high anxieties in your life. So let's find out what's going on with you. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Judgment. Finally, Temperance. I see here we have 3 major arcanas. One is the Wheel of Fortune, one is Judgment, and one is Temperance. So let's find out from the beginning what is actually going on here with you. So we have the energy of the King of Oysters. That's the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles It's a stable individual. King of Pentacles. This is a businessman. It's a generous man. Male energy. Now this energy, you know, is a male energy, but it can resonate between male and female energies. It's interchangeable, right? Yes. This King of Pentacles finds happiness through nature or spirituality. King of Pentacles, very grounded and stable individual, balanced within himself, financially, emotionally, right? Balanced, grounded, rooted. Now, this might be you, male or female. I do see that Five of Swords is also here, and the Five of Swords to me is somebody who might be someone who doesn't quite tell the truth all the time. There might be some lies involved in your life, not being quite honest. And this could be actually you not being honest with yourself. The reason why I think that, so you have the King of Oysters wanting to move forward, but it seems that these lies are holding them back. You can see that. Now we have the Six of Wands here. Six of Wands is about having victory within oneself in this situation, right? And it appears to me right off the bat, I can see that you are not being true to yourself, and what's happening here is causing a lot of stress and anxiety in your inner being. And you might have had victories in the past in regards to deception, deceiving others. But all that has brought you to is loss of relationships, loss of friendships. And this happens to be something that has to do with your karma. Your karma is not quite moving forward because we do have that Wheel of Fortune there. That's the karmic wheel of destiny. As long as you continue with these deceptions, you don't stand in your truth, you're actually going to be losing a lot of relationships, good relationships in your life. Holding on to only deceptive situations and people, toxic people. This doesn't allow forward movement for you, which in turn will not allow you to run free and run wild, free from all these stresses, because you're hanging on to deception, deceptive people, and dishonesty in your life. I also see here that there's somebody in your life that you have actually shared emotions with. You actually have possibly offered your cup to this individual in the past. But there's somebody else in your environment, possibly presently, the Queen of Cups energy. Now this person can be in your environment, or this person can be in your energy. I tend to think with this situation that you could be possibly dealing with two Queen of Cups, or two people that actually have water in their charts. How about that? One Queen of Cups is here, possibly in your environment, and there's also one that you have possibly turned your back on from the past. You actually shared your emotions with before this Queen of Cups is in your Queen of Cups is in your environment now. I seem to be having issues with communication at this time, so I can blame that on the moon cycles, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blame it on your energy, because you might actually be a person who has a difficult time communicating, okay? because normally I don't really have this problem. Now the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing person. The Queen of Cups can actually express her emotions quite freely. The Queen of Cups has a responsibility to nature, though. The nature of expressing freely her emotions. The Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. All water signs are. Now, we do have the Ace of Cups here. I'm sorry, let's return to the Queen of Cups. It appears that the Queen of Cups in your environment presently has been dishonest with you. You may know this, you may not know this, but this is what I see. You may have wanted stability with somebody from the past. Now, I said there might be two Queen of Cups. One of these Queen of Cups has a prominent sign, maybe the sun and the moon is a person in your environment now. One from the past may actually have water somewhere else in their charts. Okay, this person that you shared emotions with in the past is not the same one as we see here. You were not honest with her, this one. She was also not honest with you. You may have wanted victory in a certain situation involving these two. Wanting a new start, being emotionally fulfilled. But I do also see here that there is no growth in one, and there's flourishing growth in the other. It's the latter one that has no growth, and the latter one, I just saw 1212, if that indicates anything to anyone. Continuing on, the latter one, which is the one presently, it doesn't seem that there's any growth. It seems like this is a dry situation, where the first one that you may have left behind, actually, or left you behind, can be something that has flourished into something fresh and beautiful, while the one you might be dealing with now is dead and dry. You want victory with one of these people. You might be confused on which one. It's the one that will provide you with the most nourishment in regards to abundance. It's the one that will provide the most emotional fulfillment. And from what I see here, it is one from the past. You may want victory with this person subconsciously, or you may know it consciously. But you also understand that there has been some lies and deceit. This Four of Pentacles here, it seems that you are holding on to a situation. Somebody may have gotten away with something. What they've gotten away with is your heart. So you might be actually holding on to everything else you can because you're afraid of losing other things, but the most important thing has basically been stolen from you, and that's what I think is your heart. You may actually have been very deceptive to this person who has stolen your heart, but you know, what comes around goes around. You may have also stolen this person's heart. You also know that you have to come into this person with some truth. And you do understand that you will be judged by this person. You want equality and balance with this person. You want something to grow. You want something to nurture and grow with this person. You want to move forward on this Wheel of Fortune with this person who you have actually shared these emotions with. The one who has stolen your heart, and the one whose heart you have stolen. If this sounds like your story, then I'll see you at the end. Maybe we can find out how we can deal with some of this anxiety that you might be having in your life. Yes, I'll see you at the end. I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2 is next. Okay, here is pile number 2. And today we're wondering about dealing with anxiety. Let's find out what your story is. Those are fireworks, y'all. Okay. We have the Scorpion. The Scorpion is about defense and self-protection. So somebody is dealing with anxiety in regards to being defensive. Somebody is definitely constantly trying to protect themselves over this anxiety. So this person may be defensive in a lot of situations. Let's see what your story is. We have the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, the Hermit, Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, that totally doesn't even go there. Somebody here is confused. We have the Nine of Swords, Judgment, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So right off the bat, we know that somebody here is confused about something. Okay? I never confuse the cards like that. So somebody is confused. And whatever is causing this confusion is also causing a lot of anxiety. We have two major arcanas, and one is crowning the other. We have the Hermit, and we have Judgment. As we all know, that a Scorpion in the zodiac is for Scorpio, and it is a water sign. The first two cards out were actually water signs. So you and another particular individual have water in your charts. One is male energy, one is female energy. Now this can be male-male, female-female, or female-male. Okay? You have to see where the energies fit. Let's start from the beginning here. We have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing. She's the matriarch of a relationship between man and woman. We also have the King of Cups. This is a patriarch. Or swap that. I might have gotten those two confused, actually. But I do see that both of these energies, both of them, are in the Hermit mode. Now, the Hermit is a very spiritual card. It's about soul searching, introspection, and inner guidance. This is going within and using your inner guidance to actually solve the problems you might be having. So both of you and this individual are mirroring each other. You're mirroring each other, but you're not actually communicating with each other. You're not with each other. You're not facing each other. Look at how they're both faced away from each other. Now, there's a reason for this, and we'll get to that. But you both are in this hermit mode, trying to find inner guidance within yourself to solve whatever problems might be the issue. So starting out here on the next set of cards, we have the Page of Pentacles. And it appears that you are trying to start figuring out your own balance within yourself, your own stability, right? It doesn't have to be with money. It could be about inner balance, stability within yourself. And your actual wish fulfillment is to become balanced within yourself, okay? Now, the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, right? It's also about selfishness and excess. But in this situation, I don't feel it's the selfishness and excess. I feel it's actually you wanting to have this wish fulfillment by an inner healing, okay? You're trying to heal something within yourself because it's definitely causing you a lot of anxiety. This wish fulfillment does not involve another person. It involves you and yourself, your own being. I do see progress happening here, but I also see that you are still holding on to somebody. You are holding on to your divine partner. That's who this person is to you. You're hanging on to the memory of this person, possibly the memory of the last time that you were with this person. And the last time you were with this person, you might have separated from this person, and that's when the actual anxiety started. You can't seem to let go of this person, even though you thought walking away would be okay, that you would get through this and that you would heal yourself from it, but you didn't. You didn't. They told you something that might have hurt. And, you know, it might have hurt you more than as if somebody else would have told you that. But because this is your divine partner, you felt this more than any other. You may be wondering about this person, but I'll tell you what. This person feels the same exact way. You may actually be this King of Cups energy, right? Male or female. Because we're talking about you and your story here. You end up at this Four of Pentacles, possibly wondering what this Queen of Cups is doing. Well, guess what? She's thinking of you too. Whoever this female energy is. Here's the Four of Pentacles again. This person is definitely thinking about you too. This person is trapped in her thoughts in regards to you, trying to make sense of what happened the last time you were together, about the communication that was had between you two. She's actually not in the hermit mode as much as you are, because she's trying to make sense of the situation and what happened. How could this have happened? How could this situation have occurred? Because you two are just not talking to each other. You're not facing each other. There might be some resentment towards each other for some reason or another from whatever was done or said on your last meeting. You know she's going to place judgment on you. And that's what has led you into the hermit mode. With her, she's just hanging on to your memory, feeling trapped, trying to figure out what went wrong with you. You might also be feeling trapped, but you know that you will be judged because you know what happened and it's thrown you into the hermit mode. Now, while you're trying to heal yourself and find balance within yourself, because you know what went wrong. You personally know knows what went wrong here. You're actually trying to nurture your own seeds right now. You may have planted a seed of healing. You're trying to nurture that seed so you can have that wish fulfillment, so you can find equality within yourself. Because you know, or you have learned through this experience, that if you want something to happen for you, if you want to attract certain things, certain people into your life, you must balance yourself to find that equilibrium, right? So if you want to find love in your life, you know that you have to love yourself. If you want equal give and take and balance in your life, you know you have to balance yourself. And if you want communication with the person that you're hanging on to, you're going to have to communicate with yourself, as in subconsciously, as in healing yourself, finding that inner peace. I do feel that there will be communication coming into you. This communication is not from her, but it's from Spirit. Spirit is actually guiding you on this journey, because this is a divinely guided journey. This may be your soulmate or twin flame. I'm feeling very sad in the situation because both of you are not in communication. You're both sad. Disappointed also. So if this sounds like your situation, something close to it, because obviously you're not going to know what the other person's thinking. But if one side resonates with you, whichever side you're on, male or female, masculine or feminine, then I'll see you at the end, and we'll see if we can get some advice in regards to this anxiety that's happening in your life due to this separation from your soulmate. I'm seeing 2727. That might resonate for somebody. Reduces down to 99, which is also coming to closes of cycles. So as far as I'm concerned, you're doing pretty well in your healing process. So don't be discouraged. With that being said, I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3 is next. Okay, here's pile number 3. And we're wondering about dealing with anxiety. Let's find out about your situation. We have the coyote. The coyote is about humor and adaptability. You may be somebody that others people think is not somebody who has a lot of anxiety, but it's definitely far from the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You may actually use humor in order to cover up any of the anxiety that you may have. You're a person who can adapt to almost all situations, which is a very, very good quality. Let's find out what's going on with you. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the King of Rods. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Page of Rods. Knight of Swords. 4 of Wands. And the 8 of Swords. Wow. We have a lot of people here in your life. A lot of these people may be actually causing you a lot of these anxieties. And all these anxieties are from love. They're coming into union. We have no major arcanas here, none at all. But what I do see here is we have two adults. We have 4 children. Wow. Let's start from the beginning. Let's see if we can make sense of any of this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no. I want to correct that first statement. We have 2 adults, 2 adults, but not quite mature. And then we have 2 children. All right, let's get started. All right, so starting out here, we have the 7 of Swords. There's been some deception in regards to, oh, I see this is a family situation here. There's been deception in regards to a situation where something may have been stolen from somebody. Somebody may have gotten away with something. They got away with something, but there's a lot of arguing, fighting, and bickering amongst the family. It appears that possibly Mother, Queen of Flamingos, may have actually shared passions with somebody. She may have also shared emotions with another individual. She might actually have shared her emotions with an individual who she might have actually shared her emotions with 2 individuals. Wow. So this is about polygamy. This is about polygamy, and it could even be it doesn't have to be polygamy. This could just be flat out cheating. It appears that whoever Mother is here, female energy, who is an air sign, Flamingos of Swords, may have shared her emotions with several people. With 2 possibly, flighty characters, immature men, right? Somebody who is very passionate, and somebody who has possibly promised her some sort of stability or financial or material items that she actually hasn't even got from them yet. Somebody may actually take advantage of this person because she might be kind, she might be very pretty, but it appears that she might have, she might be very flighty herself, just like this King of Rods. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. I also see that somebody is actually spying. It might actually be the King of Swords spying on the Queen of Swords. Trying to spy and see, why the Queen of Flamingos Swords is always fighting or arguing with him, bickering. And the reason being is I think the King of Swords has found out that the Queen of Swords has been very deceptive, has been doing things in a deceptive nature. And what he did not see before, he now sees as deception. Why she likes to argue a lot. And what that is she is actually being very flighty, going off on new adventures behind his back. So this is a couple where the female figure here, the female energy, is the flighty one, is the one who is sharing passions. Yeah. And she has actually found out something about this King of Rods here. He has told her the truth about something, or he has found out the truth about her. One or the other. Actually has found out that she is married. So possibly she's going around being very flighty. She's not speaking her truth to these people. So people think that she's actually single when she's not. She's married. Now, I don't know which one you are. You could be the Queen of Flamingos or you could be the King of Swords, right? These are both swords. But I do see here that things were definitely done behind the King of Swords energy's back. You, the Queen of Swords, if that's not you, the Queen of Swords is actually, you know, she starts fights with this King of Swords. Why? Because a lot of people, when they start fights, especially when they're in relationships, they start their little fight and they take off. Like, I need a breath of, I need some air, you know, like just to cool off, right? And he might do that, but what she does, the female energy, is she goes out and she becomes a philanderer. Possibly doing this to get back at the King of Swords. Oh. So, with the flightiness of the Queen of Flamingos, she goes as far as to even shares her emotions with more than one. She might have actually fallen for one of these other people. She might have shared her emotions with one of these individuals here behind the king's back, you know. So when she goes out, she becomes flighty with others. You know, she says, oh, yes, I'm single, we're going to be together, type of thing. You know, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, she's married. She just likes to go out and go on little adventures on her own. And eventually people find out that she's married. She's possibly broken a lot of hearts because she makes this promise of, we're going to be together, I love you, I'll be with you, I'm going to, and if they do find out if she's married, I'm going to divorce him and leave him for you. But she doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't because, you know, she's in a situation, she feels trapped, but she doesn't. She keeps herself there because of the stability. She may not actually love any of these people because she doesn't love herself. She just stays in the relationship because there's stability there. And possibly because she gets away with being flighty all the time. But he knows what she's doing. He knows what she's doing. But he doesn't do anything about it. And the reason being is because he actually loves her. He doesn't want to let her go. He's allowing her to do this because these two, they're soulmates. She possibly even knows that. And she knows that eventually, you know, that she'll heal and she'll be okay, but it's not always the case. Because he is not producing any boundaries for himself. He doesn't love himself. Because he should walk away from her. If he did, he might teach her a lesson, but he's not walking away. So these two are trapped in a never-ending cycle because they're both allowing each other to, they're staying together because it's easier, because he feels, oh, she's going to come back, she's going to snap out of it one day, but she doesn't. And the reason why she doesn't is because he doesn't stand in his own power. So this is why this separation or divorce never actually happens. So she just goes out and she becomes flighty all around town, you know. Wow. I've never read a reading like this, but this is what I see from it. It's kind of strange to me. It's kind of weird. But if this does sound like your story, then I'll go ahead and see you at the end, and we'll see what kind of advice. Because this is this situation right here is super anxiety city for everyone here. Okay? So yeah, if this sounds like your story, then I'll see you guys at the end. Let's see what we can come up with in this situation. All right? I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, so we made it to the end. You guys, that last reading for pile number 3, super anxiety situation. You know, it's evening time. It's about 11:55 p.m. That might actually resonate for somebody. But I haven't had any caffeine all day, and my left eye is twitching off the hook. So there's a lot of anxiety in this reading right now. I'm also starting to feel a little numbness in my hands. So we're going to find out what we can do to ease some of this anxiety. So these cards have been pre-shuffled. These are the lesson cards. I'm going to shuffle one more time. We're going to see what lessons the viewer need to learn in order to help them heal from or deal with their anxiety, right? First card. Okay. Let me get a card. I'm going to get a card from this deck, and this is a Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power deck. We're going to try and see if we can get some sort of wisdom from Buddha in regards to dealing with anxiety. Okay, finally, power of surrender. What does the viewer need to surrender in order? Whoa, I just blew out the candle. That was just from the wind of the shuffle. I will relight because we do want good energy flowing. All right. I kind of feel that because that fire got blown out, somebody's fire is actually dimming because they have so much anxiety in them that they're not healing themselves from this anxiety. It's actually burning out their inner flame, right? Let's keep that in mind, okay? So, what must the viewer surrender in order to heal from this anxiety? Gosh, I'm feeling right here, right in the middle here. All right. Let's find out what the universe has to say about all this. Starting out, indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life or of life. So what I'm getting from this card is the reason that you have a lot of anxiety is because you're having a problem making decisions. Making your own decisions. You might actually be going to others for opinions. You know, that's why you're here. But like I told you guys, I'm not the ultimate answer. I'm here to trigger something within you to go seek your own answers for your own self-healing. Because nobody can heal you except for yourself. You have to go within to do that. I do see here also, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. You're not using your intuition. You're not following your inner guidance, right? You might be double thinking things. And I have a feeling that you're double thinking things because you're asking for too many outside opinions from people who may be even toxic, all right? I'm seeing 4444 now. Okay, that definitely will resonate with somebody. But when it comes to this indecision, the indecision is from you not using your own intuition. You're not following your inner guidance. You may have even gotten messages or signs and synchronicities, and you're not following them. And this is where the problem lies. You need to seek your own sources of knowledge. And what this is telling me, no more outside sources, like personal outside sources. Don't ask friends, don't ask family. Go and seek your own answers, right? For instance, watching this video is a good idea because, you know, it's going to make you think about things and cause you to look up stuff, right? Looking up the information on your own. Because when you ask a friend or a family member their opinion over a situation, they're only telling you what's good for them. They don't know what's good for you. Only you know what's good for you. And not everybody is going to give you advice, you know, for your good, right? Some people may not want to see you succeed or heal. A lot of people out there want to see you fail, see you not move forward. Why? Because they're not doing it. So they want to keep you down, so they're not going to give you good advice. They're going to give you the advice they know, and the advice they know is not taking them anywhere. So it's time for you to do your own research and find your own answers from yourself, from other outside sources, aside from these people or anybody in your inner circle, and come up with your own decision on what's best for you. Don't rely on people from your inner circle, from your family, from anywhere to decide what's right for you. You do your own research and you will figure it out yourself. This is what this is all about. You're undecided because there's too many people talking in your ear who are not looking out for your best interest. Straight up. All right? Let's find out what you need to surrender. Surrender to complete healing. Yes. Yes. Open fully to loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. That's what I mean. You need to go within. You need to follow your own intuition. These cards go like hand in hand. Just what I said. You need to follow your inner guidance. You need to stop going to people who may actually be toxic, who are not looking out for your best interest, who may want you to fail, or maybe they don't want you to move forward triumphantly if they can't. Because I've said it once, I've said it a lot of times actually, that when people move forward in life and they're doing well, you can't always take everyone with you, because not everyone is going to be on your side through the journey. All these people who are causing you this indecision are actually roadblocks in your life to prevent you from being the person that you're supposed to be here on this earth in this lifetime. If you're not keen on, spirituality, and people around you, they may actually know your future. They may actually know the outcome of your life, and it might look too good to them, and they don't want you to reach that point. So what do? They try to keep you down. These might be even the closest people in your circle, the people that you tell all your secrets to. These people might actually be deceiving you. I hate to say it, but these people might even be your family members. This is actually why I stay away from mine, to be quite honest, because they don't really have too many good things to say about me or about life in general. And so I've decided to separate myself from them. I can love them from afar, but I never rely on them for advice, because Their advice is negative. It's not a very positive feeling. You don't feel good after you talk to I don't feel good after I talk to them. You might actually feel the same way when you talk to these people. Maybe you feel like you never got an answer, but you do what they say anyways because they're your family members. It might be a mother or father, whatever. It doesn't mean that it's good for you. These people might be in that older mindset from back when. Well, things change, people change, hearts change, feelings change. You might want better for yourself. Maybe your parents didn't find love. Maybe you want to. But I guarantee you, if you're going to your parents who haven't found love, who are possibly bitter about love, they're not going to show you how to find it. They couldn't even find it for themselves. How could you go there for the advice for that? You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. It's time to bond with spirit, with God, with your angels, with the universe, to find your answers. That's going to bring you happiness in your life. It's time to go within and consult your subconscious, right? Your inner being, because all your answers are there. There might be people in your environment who are actually the roadblocks, and these roadblocks prevent you from finding your own inner peace, which is bringing you a lot of anxiety, stress, because you can't figure out what to do. You're doing what all these people say, but you're not having a positive outcome. Why? Because these people are not where you get your advice from. You got to get it from within. If you're going to look for outside sources, go to self-healing books. Go to meditation, guided meditation on YouTube or something, right? Ask a stranger, to be quite honest. Sometimes I've even found that strangers are more honest with me than the people in my own circle. And I know that sounds suckish, but it's true. I have found a lot more guidance and support from people outside my own family. Sometimes that's how it is. We might be born from the family, but that's not our soul family. It's not always going to bring us the answers we want. So let's go ahead and let's see what kind of wisdom Buddha has for us. 6. Wow, the number 6, do we all know what that number is? It's the number of love. It's about equal give and take. It's about victory. It's about also going towards the one you love. That's why you're having a lot of anxiety, because you're not actually doing what your heart is telling you to do. You're doing what everybody else is telling you to do, and this is causing you a lot of anxiety. Wow. Now, this doesn't even have to be in regards to love or relationships. This could be about a passion you have for life. You got a lot of roadblocks, and you know what? It's time for you to say, hey, I'm not going to do what you guys want me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. Let's read the rest of this. Patron of the arts, creator of abundance. Oh my gosh. Be a creator of abundance. See what I mean, you guys? You know, you might be going to people who don't have your best interest at heart, okay? You might have a new thought in mind. You might want to be an artist. Maybe your parents are like, that's not going to make you money. You're not going to move ahead. You're not going to have anything if you're an artist. Well, how do they know? How do they know? They only know what's good for them. They don't know what's good for you in your heart. Buddha's actually telling you to follow your heart. Stop doing things that everybody else wants you to do. This is what's causing you that inner conflict and anxiety, by doing something everybody else wants you to do. To be quite honest, I went through this phase of doing things that everybody else wanted me to do. People telling me, you should go to school for this because you're going to make a lot of money. That's not the way to go. Do you really want to do something that makes you a lot of money? Or do you want to do something that makes you happy in life? So when you get up every morning, you're happy that you're doing it. You're not like, ugh, I gotta go to work. And you're only going to work because that's what you learned at school, because that's what everybody else told you should do. What you should do is what you feel in your heart. Let's read about what this card says. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good healing energy sessions, you guys. All right. This is a long one. Kubera, patron of the arts, creator of abundance. Kubera rides his horse through the twilight sky, guiding the north face of Mount Meru, the center of the world. He is serious and somewhat wrathful. Intent upon his job, he is dressed warmly to ward off the chill of the mountaintop. His mongoose spills jewels from its mouth, and they scatter like twinkling stars. He is the Ratnasambhava's retinue, the jewel Buddha family, and so his company gives you an abundance of wealth and beauty. He is one of many of Buddha's charge, not of noble rank or elevated spiritual practice. In fact, he is one of 8 demon generals in service to a middleman in the ranks, Vaishravana. Vaishravana, right. He goes about his life as a day-to-day blue-collar worker, but he has powers that have made him very popular. To conjure Kubera's aid, one does puja to his magic square, a grid of 9 numbers in an arrangement such that each line in the grid adds up to the same sum, 72. For Kubera, the power of magic squares has been known about by all cultures for thousands of years. Albert Dürer drew one in the corner of his etching, Melancholia. They appear in the Egyptian pyramids, and everywhere magic is harnessed for people's work. Kubera's horse carries his magic square in his breastplate. Kubera helps people shift from poverty and mentality. Kubera helps people shift from a poverty mentality to a wealth mentality, not only of material things, but of time, helping us take the time to stop and appreciate life. Working with him helps the mind transform thought forms, replacing destructive habits with habits that create prosperity. Because of his love and beauty, he celebrates the earth's effulgence and beauty of nature, and he helps those working on behalf of the environment. He is a great patron of aesthetics and the arts, knowing that surrounding yourself with beauty refines your energetic mechanism. Kubera is an unusual figure in that his masculinity doesn't show the fact that he is associated with the blending of male and female energies that contain them both. I don't actually think I've ever gotten this card before, but I'm already seeing for myself because I'm somebody with really high anxiety. There's 3 things from this passage I just read that synchronizes with my life. I want to show you the picture here of the magic square. I'm going to show this up close. Do you see that magic square right there? Across, to the side, up and down. It said here, a grid of 9 numbers in an arrangement such that each line is a grid that adds up to the same sum, 72. Some of you may have actually been born in the year of 72, where this might be also a synchronicity. Some of you may also have worked with this magic squares. Some of you may also have realized in this lifetime to shift from a poverty mentality to a wealth mentality yourselves. Some of you out there might also have a lack mentality that you may have been taught from childhood. So you may actually be going through your life trying your hardest to not be poverty-stricken in your life. Perhaps someone has told you that you are only worth what you have at that point, that you will reach a plateau at some time in your life, and that you won't be able to get any higher than that. But I'll tell you right now, that's not true, because you can take yourself as high as you want in this lifetime, whether it be through balance, through love, or through finances, through whatever you want. There is no plateau on moving forward. The only plateau of moving forward actually is death. Death of your outer shell, of your 3D existence, the body you live in. Because once that body fails or something happens, your soul actually keeps moving on. But as you live on this earth, in the earth plane, you can reach whatever height you want to with persistence and with belief. The power of belief is extremely strong. So perhaps your power of belief is not strong at this present time. It's time to work on yourself and your inner being and know and to ingrain into your inner being, your subconscious, that you are capable of anything. You can accomplish anything. You can have the love that you want. You can find the career that you want. You can find the happiness that you want. Anything that you want, you can have in this lifetime, as long as if you believe so. One way of finding or healing yourself from this lack mentality is possibly by meditation, guided meditation. You might want to find a guided meditation that tells you something in regards to you can do it. I am. I can. I will meditations. Listen to those for up to 30 days. People say 21, but I like to be on the safe side and say 30 days, right? Try it. You'll see changes in your life, I'm sure. All you got to do is believe in yourself and believe that whatever anybody tells you you can't do, you got to switch that mindset and say, what? I can do. Or you aren't ever going to make it. What? I am going to make it. That's the kind of mindset that you want to put yourself in. It's possible. It definitely is possible. So that's all I have for you guys today in regards to dealing with anxiety. It's basically your own mindset. Your own mind might be keeping you back, along with the others that are around you. Ones that believe that they can only get to a certain plateau. Never believe that what you have is all that you deserve. You deserve much more than that. What you really deserve is everything your heart desires. So keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, and loving. You have nothing to fear because you are calm, you are cheerful, and spirit is always on your side. If these resonated with you today, or maybe you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. because knowledge is power, and we want to share as much knowledge as we can with others around us, not only to help our healing, but to help theirs too. My name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll definitely speak to you guys next time. Bye.